A prescription pen has rolled into the
Mhm.
supermarket. Suddenly, the shopping cart is lighter, the chip bag looks less tempting, and frozen dinners now wear badges designed for people taking weight loss medicine. The drug company owns no farms, restaurants, or grocery shelves. Yet, its product can change what millions of households put in their baskets. This is not simply a story about eating less. It is about how big food makes money when hunger itself begins to shrink. First, a small but important correction. Ozempic is a brand of semaglutide approved for type 2 diabetes. The same active ingredient appears in Wegovy, a weight management medicine. Ozempic simply became the nickname that popular culture remembered. So we will call the broader category GLP-1 medicines. GLP-1 is a hormone your body already produces after eating. It helps control blood sugar, digestion, and appetite. These medicines imitate or extend that biological signal. For many users, hunger weakens and fullness arrives sooner. Food can also move more slowly through the stomach. Cravings and the reward attached to certain foods may change too. That medical effect creates a commercial chain reaction. Supermarkets are built around thousands of tiny invitations to eat. When the appetite changes, the sales pitch must change with it. And this is no longer a niche thought experiment. A late 2025 KFF poll found that 12% of American adults reported current use. That survey estimate is large enough to make food executives study the receipt. So, what happens inside the basket? Researchers at Cornell linked medication surveys with actual household purchases. Their findings offer one of the clearest views so far. Within 6 months, GLP-1 households cut grocery spending by 5.3%. A $100 basket became roughly $94.70. Among higher-income households, the reduction reached 8.2%. But the decline was not evenly spread. Savory snack spending fell by 10.1%. Spending at fast food outlets, coffee shops, and similar restaurants fell 8%. Yogurt moved in the opposite direction. It was the only grocery category with a statistically significant increase. People were not merely buying fewer groceries at random. The largest cuts gathered around calorie-dense, highly processed products. Those happen to be powerful profit engines for the food industry. They are branded, convenient, shelf-stable, and easy to buy impulsively. Millions of skipped snacks become a strategy meeting. This study does not prove every user shops the same way. It followed a particular American household panel, and the evidence is observational. Yet companies are reacting as if the signal matters. Nestle launched Vital Pursuit specifically for this emerging customer. Its frozen meals emphasize protein, fiber, essential nutrients, and smaller portions. Then Conagra took a different route. It placed an on-track badge on 26 Healthy Choice products. The badge presented them as suitable for GLP-1 users. Here is the revealing part. Conagra said the meals themselves had not changed. The company had discovered a new market inside its existing freezer. Sometimes the innovation was not a recipe. It was a sentence printed on the box. That sentence solves a genuine problem. When someone eats less, each bite carries more nutritional responsibility. Protein can help support muscle. Fiber and hydration can matter when digestive side effects appear. Smaller portions may also feel more manageable, but a useful need can quickly become a marketing category. And marketing categories rarely stay inside their original borders. Nestle told the Associated Press something surprising about Vital Pursuit. 77% of sales came from households without a GLP-1 user. The patient product had escaped the patient population. Its real audience included anyone attracted to protein, portions, or weight management. That turns a medical shift into a much larger consumer trend. Food companies are not only serving people taking medicine, they are selling the idea of eating like someone taking medicine. Protein now decorates everything from cereal to coffee. Older adults and athletes also help drive that demand. Diet culture has rediscovered it several times before breakfast. GLP-1 adoption adds another powerful engine, but it is not the only one. That distinction matters. Otherwise, every yogurt cup becomes evidence of an Ozempic revolution. The more interesting change is the common language. Protein, fiber, portion control, and nutrient density now compete for shelf space. But the friendliest phrase on the box hides an awkward question. What does GLP-1 friendly actually guarantee? By itself, the GLP-1 friendly label guarantees very little. That does not make every labeled product unhealthy. It simply means the package deserves a closer look. On some products, agriculture regulators approved the wording alongside protein and fiber claims. But the regulators also made something clear. There is no official nutrition standard behind the phrase. In plain English, it is a marketing category, not a medical seal. Now turn over one vital pursuit cauliflower crust meat pizza. The front advertises 32% of the recommended daily value of protein. Turn the box around and the story gets more complicated. That pizza also contained 40% of the recommended sodium and saturated fat. The badge may be accurate, it is simply not the whole story. And that distinction matters. For some users, a convenient, smaller, protein-rich meal may genuinely help. But one useful feature can cast a health halo over the entire box. That is how a label answers one question while quietly dodging the rest. Shoppers must now separate food designed around a medicine from packaging built around the trend. Then comes the question no badge can answer. Will enough people remain on these medicines to transform demand permanently? But there is one awkward problem with forecasting this revolution. People have to keep taking the medicine, and that is harder than it sounds. In the KFF poll, more than half of users said it was difficult to afford. Cost pushes some people out, side effects push others, and when the medicine stops, the shopping cart can begin changing back. Cornell researchers found that discontinued households drifted toward their earlier spending patterns. So big food is not preparing for one future, it is preparing for two. In one, pills, wider coverage, and competition bring millions more users. Snack volumes weaken, portions shrink, and protein-rich products gain ground. In the other, high costs and discontinuation limit the effect. The supermarket changes, but far less dramatically than predicted. Reality will probably contain both stories at once. Some categories may lose volume, while others gain customers and shelf space. Manufacturers will compete on value per bite instead of bites per packet. Restaurants can emphasize protein, customization, and smaller meals. The winners will not necessarily sell the most food. They will sell the strongest reason to choose each smaller portion. That prescription pen did not empty the supermarket. It changed the job of everything inside it. A snack must now defend the craving it once took for granted. Meanwhile, yogurt can become an unlikely beneficiary of pharmaceutical science. The effect travels from the brain to the basket to the shelf. Then it reaches the factory, the restaurant, and the quarterly earnings call. It is changing what food must promise. For decades, the winning strategy was simple: make people want more. The next strategy may be stranger: sell them more value in every smaller bite.